Hey YouTube! I have got a very special Let's Play in store for you as I'm joined by Matthew Fecher of AudioKit, who's brought us FM Player, which is an entirely free FM synth app. Like, entirely free. There's no apps, there are no ads, no in-app purchases, there's no nonsense at all. This is totally free.
Yeah, it's true. We're just trying to bring like the classic DX7 and DX7 II sounds to people where they can play on their keyboard or a MIDI controller and just play around and have some fun and get those classic sounds. You know, it doesn't have a lot of pro features like AUV3 and IIA, you know, but we're constantly improving it, and we're so humble and appreciative of all the support, and we're going to continue to do better and make more free apps and improve them. But for now, it's, you know, just something fun that you can play and experience those 80 sounds. And
it does have Audio Bus 3 though, so it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You can use this in like Cubases or whatever.
It works great in Beatmaker 3.
Excellent. The thing that I'm loving most about this though is the fact that this is an FM app, and I love FM, but it's an FM app that I can show you guys without having to explain FM, because I hate explaining FM. Because this presents all of these classic presets that have been sampled from a real DX7. Like we've got a DX7 2D here that I'm told it was actually in, what was it, Jimi Hendrix studio?
Electric Lady Studios in New York, and so this actual unit, it's been taken so well care of. It has the cleanest outputs I've ever heard in a 30-year-old synth, and this exact unit has been used on many hit records, and there's rumors that David Bowie himself actually played this keyboard while he was in the studio trying to write a song. So these are the same keys that David Bowie touched, and we're recording them for you so you can have them in the app. And you know, it's just great. You know, people have emailed me trying to buy it, but I'm going to hold on to it and keep recording sounds, keep giving them away for free.
More importantly though, let's stop the presses. More importantly, we now have video evidence of me touching a thing that David Bowie touched. Like, I did it. I'm so fucking jazzed. Like, I cannot believe that this is that, like, he just happened to be in town. And he just released this app. We were talking in an email. He happened to be in town. I said, hey, come on over. And he brought this too. Like, this is awesome.
It is so exciting because we're just miles away here in Chicago. We're miles away from the birthplace of Michael Jackson, who is the king of 80s pop. And we have the king of 80s synthesizers, the DX7 here for you, showing it off. And you know, now you can play all these sounds or learn more about it, or if you've never heard of DX7 before, you know, we'll go through it and you can see one live in action here.
So, you've got the very classic FM piano sound. And you were telling me that this has multiple layers for some of these?
Yeah, you know, for the ultimate realism, for the electric piano sounds, we're doing like 8 to 10 layers that I recorded each layer meticulously. I really put a lot of love and passion into this because it's such a beautiful instrument. I wanted to recapture it for everyone so they can kind of get the same experience playing something soft and hard. Because it is such, you know, such a beautiful and iconic sound. Like, you've heard these piano sounds.
Oh yeah.
On hundreds of records.
Oh yeah.
And you want all those deep lows and highs and sparkling crisp sounds.
And what you're hearing right now is just the app. We have the hardware mixed down entirely right now. So that's the app that's been sampled from this hardware that you're hearing, and it's got the multiple layers for velocity, so that it gets different kind of articulation based on the velocity, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's so fun, you know, and people have been emailing me that they've been playing live with their 80s cover bands, you know, after only a week. While we're filming this app has only been out for 4 days at the time of this recording. I haven't slept in, you know, 3 days. So.
Let me show you. My favorite right here is the FM Tron, because this has got the delay doing some goofy stuff that's. And it's real time, so you can screw around with it like that. And in addition to that, we've got the reverb. Just going off into space on this one.
Yeah, so if you turn it up all the way on both the reverb or the delay, it goes into an infinite canyon delay, which is really fun. So it's one of those things where, you know, it's not a synth, but you can, you know, easily manipulate things through the effects. So if you're the type of person that just wants to dive in and screw around with stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I absolutely love FM, but I hate trying to explain FM. So this is automatically my favorite FM app that I've ever done a Let's Play for, because I don't have to explain FM. And the extra control and character you get from the effects is perfect, because you can do just whatever, like you get that very classic FM sound and you make it your own. Like we were talking about, Kenny Loggins has got the DX7 all over his stuff. Kenny Loggins never sounded anything like this. Like that's a Tim weirdness thing right there that I was able to do with these knobs and everything, and that's great.
I feel like we're still going to the danger zone. Sorry for that. Sorry, YouTube.
It
Sorry.
had to be said, though.
Sorry, Kenny. We love you.
There's even a filter in here, which is great. Like that was not on the original DX at all. So, like, grit it up.
It's got a little LFO that controls the filter too, so you can really see some things. Like, for example, Red Sky Lullaby is very generously took some of these sounds and just put these effects on them and turned them into something completely different. I mean, who would have thought you could make a DX7 sound like that?
I love that every single preset has a little story behind it. Like it tells you, like, there's, like, by the way, Red Sky, that sounds awesome. We've been playing with that a lot here off camera. Oh yeah, right above this though, this Tines from the 817. Which,
yeah.
Once again, you get the
yeah, I try to have an educational component so people can know where these sounds are from and just like what they were used on, because these sounds are really special to me and to a lot of people throughout the time, and I think it's important to know the history of what this came from. And we really respect and love Yamaha and what they did, and if people like these sounds, I would encourage you to pick up a DX7 off eBay or what have you, or learn to program it if it feels right to you, or just play the app if you don't want to get into all that.
I would strongly discourage everything that he just said, because oh my god, like seriously, I've thought about it. Like I said, I love FM, but programming one of these things is a massive pain in the ass. Like, you are way better off getting this app that's already got the nice sounding presets, or go for or honestly, like, there's a lot of FM apps. If you want to learn to program FM, there's plenty of apps for that. Don't buy a DX7 because they're fun to play with, but Jesus Christ, not fun to program.
Can I give a shout out to a real DX7 YouTube channel guy? Power DX7, he shows you how to do these tutorials, and I learned a lot of how to do sound design. As you'll see from the app, there's a lot of like custom sounds that I made from watching his YouTube channel. So if you have a real DX7, he's the guy to go see. And
I'm going to link over to him whenever I don't want to explain FM. Like, it's cool and all. Like, I really do love the way that you can change the character of the sound over time through the way that the DX7 uses multiple ADSRs. But God, the input is just maddening. Like, I did seriously consider buying one for a while, and it was just like, no, I would go mad trying to.
Yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say it was as hard. I would say it's almost harder than programming. is FM synthesis. So I have so much respect for, not only the sound designers, but any programmer who's ever written an FM emulator. It's blowing my mind. It's awesome.
How about you show me some of your favorite things in here?
Well, I think a lot of one of the favorite patches for a lot of people is this DX bass. You may recognize this. It's just like the sound of the 80s. It's used on like almost every song, like Top Gun theme, like Aha, Take On Me, to like Pet Shop Boys, Depeche Mode. It's just the sound. I actually got, when you're a developer, you get like support emails like once every 5 minutes. And like one of them started out with, I was playing Blue Monday by New Order with this patch. Like, this is the kind of support email I want to answer. And, we got into a discussion about, Peter Hook and New Order. And, it's like, it's my dream, support.
Awesome, man. Like, seriously, be nice to developers, especially the ones that are giving you free apps. Like, I want to say that, like, he has done so much for us with giving us this thing. Now, you be nice to him, all right?
Like, I was just saying, like, all independent developers, deserve your support. They have to do marketing, have to write the code, They have to do the PR, they have to answer support, and they usually make less money than they could with a regular job.
Yeah. How about you show us the A/B comparison between these two? Because we've got the hardware, the real deal, and then we got the samples. Let's hear how they
So
sound.
I'll play this and we'll see if they can decide, you know, which one is which here.
That's a really good example, Patch, because you've got the warmth down on the low end and the very clean highs.
Yeah, so they sound pretty close. I mean, obviously it's not exact. Hardware is always going to sound better, but you know, we tried to capture the spirit and the magic for everyone at home that doesn't own a DX7.
I honestly don't think that anybody was going to be like, you knew what you were doing. I wasn't paying attention to what you were doing. I was just like listening to the sound, and I honestly wouldn't have been able to tell which was which if I didn't see the knobs right here. Like I honestly thought that the app sounded fantastic. I think you're discrediting yourself here unnecessarily. This is like, let's get this a nice big deep. All right, this is the hardware, and this is the app.
Yeah, it sounds pretty close.
Slight difference in volume, but the character, the quality of the tone sounds perfect. Honestly, I'm really impressed by this.
It just makes me feel so happy to hear it, because I spent literally weeks, nights, weekends working on just the sampling part, just a labor of love. I thought I wanted to do this justice for people.
And honestly, like that's a great way to approach this, because you would get torn to shreds if you did. But I think you nailed it. Like
I get torn to shreds anyways for a free app.
Well, sleep easy at night knowing that you've done this thing justice, because like you and I, we come from the same generation. Like this was very much a part of the core sound that we were hearing everywhere. Like even the Sega Genesis was using a similar chip to do all of its sounds.
That's a good reference.
Yeah. Honestly, like the FM quality of Yamaha's chips is just so culturally resonant that it is important to approach like that. But you nailed it. Like seriously, sleep easy. You pulled it off.
Finally.
I think we've probably rambled on long enough, so let's wrap this up. Thank you very much to my Patreon patrons for making these videos possible, and thank you very much, Matthew, for showing up in my house to do this. This is so cool. Like, seriously, this is going to be the best Let's Play ever.
Woohoo!
Take it easy, folks.